Hello and welcome to the Tech with Heart show. I am your host, Michelle Calloway. Today's topic is about 10 ways that a podcast can help grow a small business. Tech with Heart show is all about empowering entrepreneurs, small business owners to embrace different technologies and systems and strategies that'll help them stay competitive and relevant in a rapidly changing digital business landscape. So let's get started. We've got 10 things to cover. The first one being a podcast or stepping into being a show host elevates you as a thought leader. So this is an opportunity to gain credibility as an authority in your industry and to share your insights and to let people know exactly how much you know by sharing little bits and little pieces of your insights that'll have them leaning in and wanting more. And then that's when the outreach comes, and then that's how you can grow your audience by becoming a thought leader. Number two, a podcast or a show, because it can also be a live radio show, it expands your audience and your reach. So if you're looking to grow a following, one of the best ways you can do that is by stepping out and being a thought leader, like we mentioned, and starting up a show. You can get on 10 different podcast platforms or even more. They're popping up everywhere. People love to be able to listen to audio content while they're driving. You've heard talk radio. It's been around forever. People tune into that kind of stuff. So you're going to expand your reach and your audience by getting on multiple different platforms. Live radio gives you the opportunity to grow organically an audience because the channel itself will do its bit by attracting different listeners based upon the other types of contents that are on that channel as well as your show. And platforms such as Spotify or iTunes or iHeartRadio or Pandora, yeah, those are all streaming radio platforms that you can have a live radio show on, and then people know at such and such a time on such and such a day your show is on, so you can actually drive them to go tune into your show at that time of day, every day or every week or however often your show runs. So that's another way to grow your audience, to market it to them, to let them know when they can tune in. And you can also leverage what other people's contents are on that same channel, I should say, the radio channel. But then you can also on podcast drive traffic to your podcast platforms and build your audience and get people to like follow your podcast so that every time you get a new episode out there, they get a notification and then they listen and then they share it and then they brag about it, etc. So expanding your reach and audience. And it's global, right? So when you put a show out there and you make it available for on demand through podcast platforms or live radio at a certain date and time, then you are able to get listeners from all over the world rather than just a specific region. Like local radio, old school radio channels, the station number has to change sometimes when you move from region to region because the signal gets kind of staticky. And, like if they're a nationwide network, you have to just tune into a different number on your radio dial. But with streaming live radio podcast content, you don't have to do that. You just let them know when and where, and it's just a URL. They go and they open up their app and they listen, and it's a beautiful way to grow your audience beyond just your region. And number 3, building a personal connection with your listeners. So as a thought leader, people tune in because they value the insights that you share. But you are also able to, when you're sharing, you're also able to allow them to get to know you a little bit. Oftentimes when you are a regular podcaster or you're regular putting video out there, people start believing that they know you, even though you don't know them because they're the ones listening to you. It still builds that personal connection that helps them to, build that know, like, and trust factor a lot quicker. So that is definitely a benefit that ultimately ends up making sales a lot easier, because a lot of times sales are driven by, do they need what you have? Do they like you? And do they trust you that you're going to be able to provide them the results that they need? And so when they know, like, and trust you already because they've listened to multiple shows, then the answer is yes, a lot easier. Number four is showcasing products or services. You can actually use your show platform to talk about an upcoming release of a project or a service that you're building or a software that you're developing, and give people little demos, little bits and pieces and tastes of it before and during and after launch. You can share with them use cases so that they can see how it's actively, impacting such and such an audience. And you can give them deep discounts if they're listeners. You can share, like a coupon code or something like that. So you definitely can showcase different products or services from your show. I just wouldn't recommend that be the only thing you do on your show, but every now and then it's okay to do that and mix it up, right? You're providing a lot of information, a lot of value, a lot of insights along the way. And then every so often, go ahead and do a push for a service or a product that you have. You can also grow your business with a show by growing and networking and or collaborating. So a lot of times when you have a show, you can invite guests onto your show, and then you can build collaborative relationships with them. Maybe if you are a digital marketing company and you need a collaboration with a publicity company, you can bring on that publicity partner on your show and talk about how they complement the services that you're able to offer, right? So you can talk to your audience about a collaboration that you've put together with other professionals. And it also gives you the opportunity as a show host to just grow your network, right? By simply going out and asking people if they would like to be a guest on your show. People perk up when they find out that you have a platform that can elevate their visibility, right? So not only are you guys collectively benefiting your audience, but you're building your own Rolodex, or more or less. That's an old-fashioned way of saying building your book of business and your network. Your network is your net worth.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you can use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at Revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
Number 6, you can repurpose your content. So if you're going to create a show, typically shows range from 15 to 30 minutes, and you can take that show content and you can break it up into little bite-sized pieces. You can have AI do that for you. You can use AI tools to identify the suggested clips based on certain highlights of thoughts that you're presenting. And you can also use AI to create a blog from your audio podcast. So that way, in the world of SEO, you can make sure that you're optimizing your reach by posting it also on your website. The podcast itself is in audio format, but if you take that audio format, convert it into written format, it's a double dip, right? And then thirdly, if you flip on the camera while you're recording your podcast, then you could also have a video version, and then that can be put on YouTube. And then you can share that same written content in the description of the YouTube. And then that gives people even more added value. Plus it gives the algorithms of the search engines the ability to discover your content and to promote your content for you organically without you having to necessarily spend a dime. All right, so content repurposing, that is a very smart way to draw attention to your business and to get people to know, like, and trust you, see that you're a thought leader, and get them to want to say yes easier to the services or the products that you're selling. Number 7, you can diversify your marketing channels. So right now, many small business owners are leveraging, obviously, their website. One, Google business profiles are super smart. You should go that route for sure. And then usually social media, you've got LinkedIn, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, Twitter. Depending upon where your audience hangs out, you want to spend more time on those types of platforms. But with a podcast, you expand that even more. So I mentioned earlier live radio. So you can not only just create your show one time, do it like I do, flip the video camera on. So now you're going to get a video out of it, right? You're going to get an audio file out of it. And then you can also perhaps get onto a live radio show channel so that you have a regular airing there. So with streaming TV, you also have the ability to take that content and put it on TV platforms such as Roku or Amazon Fire or Apple TV. The way it used to be is no longer. We're shifting all towards a digital streaming media world. And so a podcast show or a video podcast show gives you so much more volumes of channels that you can market your content out there to. And then you can mix in commercials, not only for your own business, but use those commercial spots as an opportunity to get others to sponsor your show. So that's just brilliant. Diversify your marketing channels. All right, number 8, the thing that will help your business grow by having a podcast is that when you invite experts onto your show to support the narrative that you've created for your show, to add value to the audience that you serve, you learn as a show host. You learn a lot. I can't tell you how much I have personally learned by simply interviewing experts in other areas. I'm only an expert in certain areas, right? I need expertise guidance in other areas. So I invite those hosts on because our audience for Tech with Heart Show is small business owners. We want to empower small business owners to embrace technologies, systems, and strategies. So when I'm interviewing experts around those 3 types of categories, I'm also learning about certain things that maybe I didn't know about before that I can implement into my business to help my business grow. So you learn and you grow. All right. The 9th thing, increased visibility and SEO. So we mentioned earlier about the diversifying your marketing channels. So this is a great opportunity to take advantage and leverage this thing called SEO. With the release of AI, SEO is becoming easier than ever. You definitely want to use AI to help you optimize the SEO, meaning the search engine optimization, the titles, the keywords, the phrasings, the hashtags, the excerpts, the meta descriptions, all of those types of things that you would use for your show. You're going to want to use AI to help you make sure that you are optimizing that content to help search engines match your content with what people are searching for quicker, more efficiently, and just overall better. So that is a great way to increase your visibility, is simply by just leveraging AI with your SEO, with your show content, right? Remember we mentioned blogging. You use the same type of SEO optimized words, keywords, titles on your blogs as you do on your actual show platforms. All right. And the 10th thing, the one that I like the most, is that having a show is fun and it's enjoyable. And you meet, like I said, so many incredible people. So it definitely builds that network, like you mentioned earlier, but it can be so fun. And really depending upon the type of show you want to have, it can be completely chill, or it can be just joyful and encouraging, or it can be just kind of a little bit like sarcastic, it's a little satirical. It just depends on what your goal is for your show. But that's why I love working with my broadcast mentor. Her name is Raven Blair Glover, and she has helped me grow tremendously as a show host. No, she's got like 30 plus years of experience in the broadcasting arena, especially when it comes to radio. And she's super innovative, and she has put together so many amazing tools for us show hosts so that we are indeed leveraging AI. We're leveraging 3D websites for hosting our show or having show parties. I mean, it's just super cool. That's why you want to bring somebody in like that, who has that level of expertise to give you guidance, to give you ideas or just feedback on the show that you want to produce and the goals that you have in mind. She can help you make that happen because of her vast years of experience. One of the things that she trains is how to get high level guests on your shows, because when you bring on somebody who has a huge following, then you get to kind of piggyback on that influencer's followers, right? You get to leverage that and elevates your show. And it just elevates you as a show host because you grow like immensely just as how you talk about your business and what you're sharing. So I just can't speak highly enough about the idea of having a show. If that is something that you've kind of been toiling with or just thinking about, I would really recommend that you reach out to me. Go to techwithheartnetwork.com and just reach out to us via our contact form, or there's phone numbers there you can find out. You can learn more about our heart-centered, innovative small business community that we're building within the Tech with Heart initiative, which is to use technology in a way that grows our businesses, but it helps us stay very focused on using technology to enhance human relationships, because obviously we are doing business with people. So people matter within the Tech with Heart network. And so go to techwithheartnetwork.com, join our community for free, or become an influencer within our community. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you on the show. If you're a thought leader yourself and you would like to share your wisdom and guidance and insights to help small business owners grow and to stay competitive in this rapidly changing digital environment, we'd love to hear from you. It's, free to come onto the show. Please do apply, come on, and let's see what we can do to impact this world for the better. And if you are just wanting to partner with us and take us even further as a nonprofit organization, we'd love to see how we can collaborate with you. Again, just go to techwithheartnetwork.com, learn more about us, or go to our parent organization, which is techwithheartfoundation.org, to learn about our 3 pillars of support. We have a small business support pillar, and we have a minority student internship and apprenticeship pillar, and then we also have a homes for kids pillar, which is where our foundation is going to be sending funds to organizations that are placing orphaned, abandoned, or previously sex trafficked children into loving home environments so that they can get a stable foundation underneath them, then start to feel love and trust again, and then ultimately move into our minority student internship program, or underserved students. Those are who we focus on serving through our internship program. And then who knows, if they're gifted with the idea of being an entrepreneur, we can move them quickly into our small business support program as well. So that's our nonprofit, Tech with Heart nonprofit goal: small business owners, minority students, and placing orphaned or abandoned or previously sex trafficked children into loving homes. So we'd love to have you join us on this venture. We'd love to have you on our show. Please, again, just go check us out, techwithheartnetwork.com, for the show. And I really do encourage you, reach out if you think you'd like to start your own show. It is amazing. Here's to your success.
Your story needs to be seen and heard, and your brand needs to be revealed. Revealio elevates purpose-driven businesses into the spotlight through video storytelling, augmented reality video marketing, and professional website design. Get discovered online or in the news. Be featured in national magazines, or host your own TV, podcast, or live radio show. Together, we make your brand come alive. All it takes is Revealio. Visit Revealio.com to get started today. Minority and service disabled veteran owned.